Here's a truth most of you won't want to hear. You are not as broken as you think. In fact, the things that tried to destroy you, those are the very things that will shape you into something stronger than you ever imagined. We all have scars. We've all faced moments where the world felt too heavy, where the pain seemed endless, and where giving up was the easiest choice. But let me tell you something. The world doesn't break you, it exposes you. It exposes your limits, your weaknesses, your fears. But here's the twist. It's not meant to crush you. It's meant to push you past the point where you thought you couldn't go any further. Ask yourself, what if everything that tried to break you wasn't an obstacle but a lesson? What if it was the universe's way of forcing you to find out just how much strength you really have? You think you're drowning? You think you're lost in the dark? What if the darkness is where you were always meant to rise from? This isn't a journey for the faint of heart, but if you're ready to face your fears, to stand tall in the face of what tries to destroy you, you might just discover the power that's been inside you all along. Pain, fear, doubt. These are the things that haunt us, the things that we try to run from. But what if I told you that these very things are not your enemies? What if I told you that they are, in fact, the tools that will make you stronger? You're told that you can't make it, that you're not built for success, that you'll always be stuck. Always be small, always be less than you want to be. And in those moments, when the weight of the world presses in on you, it's easy to believe them. It's easy to believe that you're broken, that you're weak, that you're nothing more than the scars you carry. But let me ask you, who told you that pain was meant to break you? Who said that fear should hold you back? Who taught you that doubt should be your truth? The truth is, pain is not your enemy. It's your teacher. Every challenge, every obstacle, every failure you've faced has made you who you are today. You didn't just survive. You became stronger because of it. The pain, the fear, the doubt, they pushed you to your limits, and instead of breaking you, they revealed your true strength. Do you really think you would be where you are today if life had been easy? If you'd never faced a challenge? If everything had come without a struggle? No. You would have never known what you were capable of. Think about it. The last time you faced hardship, when you thought you couldn't go on, when the world seemed too dark, what did you do? You found a way. You kept going, and with every step, you grew stronger. The doubts you carry, the fears you have, they're not there to hold you back. They're there to show you how far you can really go. Every time you think you're at your breaking point, every time you think you can't take another step, that's when you need to push harder, because that's when your real strength is born. But here's the hardest part. You have to stop letting your pain control you. You have to stop running from it. We live in a world where everyone wants to avoid suffering. We're taught that pain is a weakness, that we should avoid it at all costs. But what if we told you that it's the very thing that will make you unstoppable? The question is, will you let your pain define you, or will you use it to fuel your growth? Will you let the doubts and fears control your life? Or will you take those same doubts and turn them into the power that drives you forward? You've been broken. We've all been broken. But that's where the story begins. The darkness, the pain, the struggle, it's all part of the journey. It's how we find our true strength. So why do we keep fighting? Why do we keep pushing forward? Because we know that on the other side of that struggle, there's something greater waiting for us. The pain, the fear and the doubt. They're not here to destroy us. They're here to make us realize that we are capable of so much more than we've ever allowed ourselves to believe. And so why do we never recognize? It's time to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances. It's time to stop letting your pain be the thing that holds you back. The truth is, you are not defined by your struggles. You are defined by how you rise from them. What will you do next? Will you let the darkness swallow you whole, or will you fight, step by step, until you reach the light on the other side? The choice is yours. But remember, there is no strength without struggle. There is no growth without pain. And there is no power without facing the very things that tried to break you. Here's the moment you've been waiting for, the truth that will change everything. What if I told you that the pain you've suffered, the fears you fought, and the doubts that have clouded your mind were never meant to destroy you? What if they were actually the fire meant to forge you into something stronger, something unbreakable? You've been taught to fear pain, to avoid suffering at all costs. But what if I told you that without it, you'd never know just how much power you really have? Without the darkness, you wouldn't understand the light. Without the struggle, you'd never know the true strength that lies within you. Think back to the worst moment of your life, the one that crushed you, the one that made you question everything. Now think about this. You survived. You're still here. And if you look closely, you'll see something you didn't notice before. That moment of pain, it wasn't a curse. It was a lesson in resilience, a lesson in endurance, a lesson in discovering who you really are. Pain has a strange way of showing us what we're truly capable of. It's not a sign of weakness. It's proof of strength. It's the universe telling you that you're not meant to stay small. You're meant to grow. You're meant to rise above. And in that pain, in those darkest hours, you were being transformed. But this is where most people stop. They get caught in the trap of thinking that pain is permanent, that it's the end of the road. They let the weight of it drag them down, letting their fears dictate their future. But you have a choice. You can choose to let the pain control you, or you can choose to take control of it. You can choose to turn the suffering into something powerful. Every scar you carry, every wound that's left a mark on you, they're all part of the process. They're all evidence of the battles you fought and survived. But here's the revelation. Pain doesn't define you. It never did. You define you. The moment you decide that pain won't break you is the moment you truly begin to understand the power you hold. When you stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start seeing yourself as the warrior who overcame them, that's when everything changes. This isn't some feel-good motivational speech. This is the raw truth. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a part of life. But it doesn't have to be the end of your story. In fact, it's just the beginning. Imagine what would happen if you stopped running from your pain, if you stopped allowing it to control your life. What if you started using it as fuel, as the very thing that pushes you forward? Every ounce of suffering you've endured could be the energy that propels you to your greatest victories. There's no magic moment where everything suddenly gets easy. Life isn't like that. But here's the secret. You are more powerful than you think. You have been shaping yourself, growing stronger with every single challenge. And now it's time to embrace the truth. You are unstoppable. Look back at your life. Look at all the times you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. You kept moving forward even when it felt impossible. Those moments didn't break you. They forged you. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Are you just simply afraid of failure or suppressing it? Get better every time. Life is a series. So, what's next? How will you rise from the ashes of your past? Will you let the pain control you, or will you let it fuel your next chapter? The power is yours, right now, in this very moment. You have everything you need to transform your pain into strength. This is your time, your moment. The dark moments that tried to break you, they're the very things that will make you stronger. Use them, harness them, and let them propel you to the greatness that's waiting for you. It's time to face the truth head on. You've been through hell, but you're still standing. That in itself is proof of your strength. Every ounce of pain you've carried, every setback, every tear, they're all evidence that you've fought and you've survived. And that's something to be proud of. But now, it's time to take that pride and transform it into power. No more playing small, no more hiding behind the excuses, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of pain. They don't own you anymore. They never did. They were just tests, challenges that you had to face to show the world and yourself that you are meant for greatness. The road ahead won't be easy. The world will keep throwing obstacles at you. There will be moments when you'll want to give up, when you'll question everything, when you'll feel like it's too much. But listen to me closely. You are not here to give up. You are here to rise. You've seen what you're made of. You've felt the burn of struggle, and you've come out on the other side. Now, you're ready. You're ready to use that pain, that fear, that doubt, not as burdens, but as the fuel that will propel you forward. You're no longer a victim. You're a warrior. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The perfect moment is when you decide to stand up, look your pain in the face, and say, I am not afraid of you. I will use you to fuel my power. Because here's the thing. The world doesn't owe you success. Life doesn't owe you an easy ride. But you owe it to yourself to keep pushing. You owe it to yourself to keep fighting, to keep growing, to keep evolving. Because you have something within you that most people will never understand. The strength to turn every obstacle into an opportunity. So here's your challenge. Look back at everything that has tried to break you. Look at every scar, every moment of weakness. Now, I want you to take those moments, take those experiences, and use them as the foundation for your greatness. You are not who they said you were. You are who you choose to be. You are powerful, you are capable, and most importantly, you are unstoppable. The only thing left to do now is to take action, to rise, to embrace your journey, to find the strength in what they tried to break. So go, take the first step. Don't let fear hold you back anymore. Don't let doubt cloud your vision. You've got this. You've always had this. Now, let's see what you're truly made of.